see, I actually have footage of it this time. This is going to be exactly 3 minutes long, so feel free to speed over to where the episode actually starts. This is just to prove, or if anybody gives a crap, to show, like, hey, I went through and I grinded, my Pokemon to, like, this level or whatever. I could have easily just, like, switched it over and been like, hey, I edited the files, but I didn't. I'm legit. I was gonna do a live stream of it, and I realized I have no watchers. So I did not live stream it. I might in the future, who knows, if I actually get more than, like, one person watching this, I'll be like, hey, that's more incentive to do it. Sorry I didn't animate any of the images on the screen. I'm not going to. That's too much work. I'm running in and out of towns and routes. I'm not doing that. I would like to ask that anybody who does happen to watch these episodes, please feel free to leave comments about how I could improve them. The only thing I cannot improve right now is audio. I am using my microphone, which is not as good as Shades' microphone that we normally use when we record. I left that with him during my move, which will be explained in some other video, some other day, so that he can use it to record guitar or what have you. Not that he uses that to actually record his guitar, I think he just uses it to, like, record vocals and stuff. But yeah, it's so much better than this microphone. I mean, I bought this microphone thinking, like, oh, I need it, but it's not that great. Anyway, still, if there's anything you think that I can improve, like visual colors or anything, or if you have any amazing, like, suggestions for nicknames, I can guarantee you this will be out before I record, I want to say episode, like, 5 or 6, maybe? I want to say 6. Let's go to 6. So if you think there's a Pokemon I might catch, or have a high chance of catching, or even if you don't know if I'll catch it or not, just go ahead and put a nickname out there. Just random nicknames, anything, I don't care. Give me whatever you got. And just give me some feedback. I need feedback, guys. I don't know what I'm doing, you know? So, yeah. This is just about over, actually, so I'm really excited to get to the actual episode part. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this 3-minute long running back and forth grinding Pokemon, and just have a good one. Yeah.
And hello everybody and welcome back with Cabaret Gamers, just Rabe's girl, play Pokemon Uranium, but Nuzlocke style. Let me just oh right, I can use the spacebar. Actually, that makes life a little easier. Cool. Okay. So as you can see, I'm here. I'm back, where am I? I'm back in my hometown? Yeah. I came running back here because if you couldn't tell from the speedrun thing, the little speedy up video that you just saw, I went and talked to all the NPCs just in case they gave me an item. Like, you really needed to see that, which is why it wasn't on screen. Or, it was sped up anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to where I need to be. Okay. Oh. Don't be the thing that kills me. I had like a whole thing planned to talk about today, but I can't even. I legit am so tired. I am recording this later than I should. I meant to record this like way sooner than I'm doing now, but what happened was life got in the way, and it wasn't even like, you know, serious life. It was like me just being lazy kind of life. I mean, I was doing important things, but it's not like I didn't have like several hours in between that I could have just done it, but I didn't. We caused it. Oh shit! That scared the crap out of me. I've had plenty of time to record, I just haven't. So I'm like, oh, I have to record now. Oh, my dad's watching TV super loud in the other room. Let me wait for him to go to sleep. My dad doesn't sleep. My dad's a wizard. He doesn't sleep. Wizards don't sleep. I should probably change which one I'm... it doesn't matter. I'm a higher enough level, I don't give a shit. I give a shit, I give a shit, I give a big shit. I give the biggest of shits. Do you have an item already? What? That's broken. Something's broken about that. But he doesn't sleep. So I'm up. It's 11 at night, and I had a really busy day today. And I just wanted to go to sleep like 3 hours ago. And he's up watching TV, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna shut the door. And, hope the mic doesn't pick it up, and that's gonna be that. It's just the news, nothing important. Nothing you can't find on, like, Facebook nowadays. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys won't, hear a bunch of that, because he tends to turn the TV louder as he gets more tired. Pardon me. I turned my head to do that, by the way. So I'm sorry if it's still really loud. I think I'm getting sick. Oh well. I hope not. I'm supposed to be going to, what the hell is it called? Genericon? Genericon, because it's like generic, I guess. I'm going to be going to Genericon, at some point. Just as, like, not doing anything. I'm just going with my cousin to, like, enjoy ourselves. And I don't want to be sick, because, like, that's gonna get me sick. Why am I training? Why did I do that? Oh, crap. Alright. I don't want to run away from this, because this is good experience points that I need, but... I can almost guarantee, like, somebody's gonna die. Like, while I'm out and about. Mind Whip's not gonna do anything. Because I've done a Nuzlocke of this once when it first came out. Like, instead of doing what they had suggested and like, hey, before you do a Nuzlocke run, why don't you, like, play the game to its fullest? When I did play regularly, by the way, I never beat this game. I think I said this before. I didn't get very far. My Nuzlocke run, that route that we were, like, the Route 2 and the cave we're gonna be going into soon is where I died. My entire party got demolished. Like, I got halfway through the cave, I was like, oh, I'll be fine. And then everybody died. And I was like, well, I guess I'm never playing this game again. And I after that, I had played it to, I probably shouldn't have my bird in front. You know what? I shouldn't have you in front either. Yeah, I know I'm not training them, whatever. Yeah. When I played this game, I got bored of it really quick because the actual Pokemon games came out. Hi, Mankey. I'm gonna Vine Whip you and see what happens. Yeah, that was good. No, that was good. That was a hit I enjoyed. So I'm just dumb tired. Lately. Oh, and you also might start hearing Chippets. Wow, that's how tired I am. You might hear crickets chirping disgustingly loudly. Because I do have, like, 5 pet crickets. I'm gonna tell you the story in a second. I have 5 pet crickets, and because the weather is getting warm, they're starting to chirp a lot. So, once they start, they won't stop. So, it's just a matter of, like, when they decide to start, like, chirping. Why do you have, like, rabies? Why do you have pet crickets? I have a pet spider. Why do you have a pet spider? It's a house spider. It's not, when I obtained, my beta fish, Sherbert, rest his soul, he passed away recently, and I cried for an hour. He was a good fish. Yes, please. I brought him home in a cup so that he wouldn't spill, like it was a closed, like, coffee cup. And I left the cup on my desk, and then it, like, a week later, it was still, oh crap, this is the one I got. I say that because I didn't draw this one in advance. I drew a couple in advance. I'm like, I'm not gonna find this. This is so hard to find. Leech seed? Leech seed should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. And a few weeks, like a week later, I still left it on my desk, not thrown away, and this tiny little speck was in it. And I was like, oh, hi speck. And it looked like dirt at first, because it was just this tiny little speck. And you couldn't, it was a spider, it was a tiny little baby spider. It had no name, this Pokemon doesn't have a name. I'm gonna name it Spider. Because that's what we're talking about right now. Spider. You couldn't see its legs, and so I just assumed, okay, it's a speck of dust. But then I started crawling around, and I'm like, holy shit, it's a spider. So I left it in there, and like for a week, like with no top on it, and it never ran away. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep you. You clearly don't want to leave. So I started feeding it, like, at the time I lived at Shades' house, and his house, like, there's always a fly somewhere. Like, it's a joke. It was a joke after years of having, like, just a fly. Every day you would kill one fly. Never really know where it came from, never really know why it was in the house, but you would kill one, and it was just like an ongoing joke at this point. So, I would catch a fly, and, like, we would electrocute it, because we had, like, the electric fly swatters, which, by the way, are freaking amazing. And I would feed it to the spider. Not every day, because it didn't eat like an entire fly every day. Like, that thing was so tiny, and a fly was just massive compared to it. But, there go my crickets. So it was eating, like, really well, and it was growing really big. And now, at its fullest, like, including its legs, it's probably the size of my fingernail, I want to say. It's a big girl. I looked it up online. It's like a really common black spider that it's often mistaken for a black widow. It's got like a little white, like, crescent, that goes around its bum. Like, not like over the top of it, but like on the side. Like on, like, I don't know how to explain it. But it's definitely a female because it's huge. Guys, quit it, man. I'm trying to do a show. What are you doing? I'm sorry, they don't know. Like, I was worried about my dad. Meanwhile, my crickets are like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, once she got really big, I started catching, cave crickets in his basement. And, now she's just a fat old lazy spider. I do plan on releasing her, once the weather gets warmer. Because so far I've had her since, I wanna say, like, sometime in September. I don't know if it was, like, early or late, but sometime in September, I believe I've had her. So I want to release her when the weather gets a little warmer. And she'll go off to live a happy spider life. Oh, I hit leech seed by accident. Oh well, that's fine. I need the lives anyway. But I have never named her. You know, she's just there. She's just my pet spider. And when I moved away, I realized I didn't have an endless supply of flies or cave crickets anymore. Well, even before I had left, as the weather was starting to get colder, like the flies stopped and the crickets stopped. So even then, I was having a difficult time feeding her. But when I did move, like, my house now has nothing. It has no living creatures inside of it that I would be able to use to feed her. So I decided, okay, cool, I'll go to a pet shop and pick up crickets. So I went to a pet shop to pick up crickets. And now I have crickets. I had 10. She's eaten 5 so far. I have 5 left. Yuki, no. Down. Don't look at the crickets. Ignore them. And my cat likes to... Once they start chirping, he starts to bat the tank around. You can't do that. I've had an escapee once, and... God damn it. There's just a Pokemon at everywhere. I have to keep turning my head to make sure he's not doing it again. There's just Pokemon everywhere. It's almost like I'm playing Pokemon or something. Yeah, one of them got out while I was cleaning their tank, because I clean, feed them, and give them fresh water all the time, because they're part of the family now, even though they're going to be food, like, it's okay. One of them, like, just jumped right out of the tank, and it was lost. I would have never found it. And then one day, I walked over, and lo and behold, my cat Yuki was sitting in front of, like, the wall. And I'm like, the hell are you doing there? And he just sat there. There was nothing on the wall or around the wall, but he was facing the wall. So I'm like, there must have been something there at one point, and he was too lazy to go chase after it. But, oh, how cute, I want this. I want that one. I walked back later into the bathroom, and he was, like, staring at the corner where my mom put, like, these seashells. Like, these giant conch shells. And it was there. It was just hanging out there. I was like, holy shit. My cat found the cricket. Like, it was amazing. I didn't think I would ever see it again. So, I picked it up, I caught it, I put it in the tank, and it immediately started eating the food I put in. Which, by the way, I fed them wet cat food. So my cat had every right to want to eat that cricket. Because it eats cat food. I feed them, like, a mixture of... I always give them a water bottle cap full of wet cat food, which they enjoy eating. Oh, it has no PP left. It's got no PP left. It's got no PP. And a large, like, a large cap with pebbles in it of water. The pebbles are to make sure they don't drown. And another water bottle cap with, like, a fruit or a vegetable, just based on what I had in the house at the time. No, stop with the Pokemon battles. God damn. Oh my god. What do you even want from me? I don't got no food. If I have food, I'd eat it. Oh god. I'm gonna go ahead and run from this. This is getting ridiculous. I don't even want that item anymore. I just want to get the hell out of here. Ah! Get me out. Get me out. God, the fucking shit. No! Well, no, I can hurt you. You I can hurt. Like, Scratch was doing nothing to that other thing. Which, by the way, not to spoil the illusion, I have a drawing of the other thing. The two things I drew were like, oh, these are totally common here. Was like that little bomb thing, that little brown bomb thing, and what else? And that like brown snake thing. And it really pisses me off that those were the two that I did not see. I'm like, because I'm like, oh no, I'll totally see one of those first. Like, what are the odds? Apparently low. So anyway, I'm gonna stop right outside the door here. I'm gonna stop here. I will probably do another little training montage, before I try the gym. Because, that gym is kind of hard. This game's hard. Like, this game is not like a regular Pokemon game where you could just kind of like breeze through it. Especially doing a Nuzlocke. It's not easy. So I will see you guys then. Later.